Hello everybody and welcome to another video set in the north of England. We're going to look at the route for the whole walk, 10 miles or so, but this particular video will cover around about the first 3/4, and then there'll be a part 2. But let's have a look at our route. Wonderful walk, really enjoyed this one. So we're starting out from Settle through to the wonderfully named Giggleswick, round Giggleswick Scar and Quarry, and then we're going to follow the route below Giggleswick Scar up to the small hamlet of Fazer, and we should get something to eat and drink at Elaine's Tea Rooms, through Fazer Nick, and then up to the heights of Smearsett Scar, taking us up about 400 metres, and then down to Little Stainforth, where we'll recross the River Ribble, hopefully finding lunch at the Craven Heifer in Stainforth, and then we'll walk along the railway and the road, but we'll visit somewhere called the Hoffman Kiln and the Craven Lime Works, remains thereof, up to Langcliffe, and then back to Settle, where I'm sure we'll be very tired. There we go, first ascent of the day, just heading out of Giggleswick, starting to get nice and warm. It's a lovely day, and I've got the posse behind me. There they are, the posse. They're behind me, hiding. Yeah, so just making the ascent out of Giggleswick, very pleasant at the moment, and we're getting a bit higher. So making our way through the bowl just below Giggleswick Quarry, and we're going to head up this way somehow. First big ascent of the day. And there we go. So there's a view back over towards Settle and Langcliffe. Good views, and that hopefully is where we'll be coming down later, somewhere back through the valley, either the Ribble Valley or higher up later on. So that's quite a nice view. So head up this way and we'll see how we do. So just a little bit more of the view as we've got higher up. So there's Pennygent on the horizon, and then we're looking due east approximately, back towards Stainforth, and then Langcliffe, and then ultimately so back towards Settle, and that's where we've walked up. So some views across the top of Giggleswick Quarry looking west, so across the rest of the Pennines and towards Lancashire. And in its day, these were obviously really impressive workings. So we're just making our way along. And the last time I was here in October 2020, it was mizzling and the cloud was very low, and there was almost nothing to be seen here. You just had to concentrate on walking carefully. You couldn't see the quarry. You could see only about 100 meters or so ahead of you. So this is a revelation to come here and see it properly, as it were. And these wonderful flowers growing at the side of the quarry. No idea what they are. But quite something. So another view looking back towards the base of the quarry, and parts of Lancashire in the distance on the horizon, and so Settle and Langcliffe in the middle ground, I suppose you'd call that. We're just having a breather, well-earned breather.
Yay!
Yay! Well done. That was good. That was good. Top bananas. Ingleborough on the horizon, and lots of walls and lots of limestone scars. Pamela's enjoying herself. Emily's in the lead. And all we've seen so far, we've met one man and his dog, and another man fell running. And we've walked about 3.5 miles. That's all we've seen. Been very, very peaceful. And just a skylark in the distance at the moment.
Can't fill up your water bottles from it.
So we've been fed and watered at Elaine's, had a very good cappuccino, nice cheese scone. Pamela and I had cheese scones, Emily had Victoria sponge, and we're now making the ascent out of Faisal. Wonderful weather, wonderful scenery, and we're going to head up and over Smearsett Scar. That is the plan. And up and over one of these limestone ridges to our right, on the eastern side, and then we'll drop down into Little Stainforth. So looking forward to that. I enjoyed my time sitting down. It was a good break, and then it always takes a while to get warmed up again after a nice break like that. Still, I will carry on powered by cappuccino and cheese scone.
You know what, the rucksack thing was probably a good idea, wasn't it?
That's a good idea. So we're just branching off now to go east towards, well, over the top of Smearsett Scar, and the challenge here is getting over the ladder stile. It takes a bit of doing. Now Pamela's used the technique of putting a rucksack over first, then she's going to stand, turn around, give us a wave. She's doing daft things, and now she's heading down. She's heading down. That's it. Success.
That's the naughty sheep, that is.
Was a naughty sheep. border collie, but it is doing what he says, isn't it? Ish.
Here we are at the top of, or nearly at the top of Smearsett Scar. So where we walked this morning was just ahead of us now, just over that way roughly. And that's where we walked through this morning towards Fraser. And then we're looking due northwest along the edge of Smearsett Scar. Fraser is down below us, just the other side of the end of the scar here. On the horizon ahead, Ingleborough. It's the largest sort of flat top mountain or top flat peak ahead of us. And then we're looking across, if I pan round, sort of roughly to the northeast. That's towards Helworth Bridge, Horton in Ribblesdale, and then Pennygent on the horizon there. Let's see if we can make it up to the cairn, and we're going to stop and have a cup of coffee and a big drink of water, I think. Just keep ourselves going, keep ourselves topped up. And Emily and Pamela are ahead of me, just making their way up to the cairn as I stop to do a little bit of filming. But it's a glorious day. There's a nice breeze blowing up here. It's not especially cold. It's just enough to keep you feeling comfortable on a hot day. So that's well worth coming up here for the views, and it's certainly lovely conditions. So it's nice to come up here when it's really good. So got the remains of one of these limestone pavements. So I'll be a bit careful as I go across here. Shouldn't be slippery today, but you still got to be careful where you walk. So the pavement is eroded in places, and of course the water gets in, and in the winter the ice expands, breaks up the pavement a little bit, so you get all these clints and grikes, I think they're called, the depressions and the gaps and so on. But yeah, we're pretty well up at the trig point. So there's a cairn with a trig point at the top here. Might be a bit of wind noise coming through. Be interested to see what that sounds like. So I'm getting a bit wind blown and interesting. I don't know how this will come out on the sound, but we're just going to drop down a little bit, just drop down a little bit off the top, and then we're going to have a nice cup of coffee, drink of water. But it was a good climb up here, but worth it for the views all the way around. Absolutely fantastic. So crossing the Ribble once more. And not surprisingly, quite low today, relatively low. But still a very pleasant spot. There's a few people down at what are called the rapids, but probably very pleasant down there today, I should think. The water's quite gentle. And now we have to make the ascent up from Little Stainforth to Stainforth proper, and maybe we'll find some refreshment at the Craven Heifer. That is our plan. You enjoying your beer?
I am very much.
Are you going to demonstrate its consumption?
Oh, cheers.
Cheers. There you go, that's good
Hey.
stuff. Good stuff.